All right, so here is my new PC. This thing is beast. All right, and I'm just gonna go quickly through some of the parts and specs because, if I go into detail, this will be like an hour-long video. This is pretty much high-end build. This is well over 10K. And if you want any of the parts for this build, I will have this linked in the description and pinned comments. So this case is the ASUS ROG Hyperion GR701. This is a full tower case. It has tempered glass on both sides, and the opposite side is where you can get access to your cable management. And you can see that the doors are magnetic, and it's just a toolless case. The glass panels could be removed just by lifting it up and sliding into hinges. The top panel could be easily removed as well. Pretty much there's filters on the top side and bottom. You just slide them out. Everything is pretty much toolless. And over here on the bottom, you have a sliding panel, so you can actually put your tools in little, like, you have like screws and stuff. The case has four USB 3.0 on the front and also two USB-C. Of course, you could control the colors. It has handles on top, so you can actually move this around because this thing is very heavy, like 45 pounds without anything inside, which is crazy. I think I have like 100 pounds. So if you're gonna move this, the built-in handles is great. It's aluminum, or if you want to say aluminium case, so it's very strong, sturdy, and that's why it's so heavy. Definitely recommend this case. It is just an absolute pleasure to look at, and it's very easy to work with. So the case comes with four 140mm fans, so you have three here and then you have one in the back, so the air is coming in and going out through the back here. And you could actually mount the GPU vertically if you want. It does come with this bracket. It doesn't come with the riser cable, so that's why you see it mounted like this. So I have to get the riser cable to have it vertically mounted, but you could just, again, this is a toolless system, so you could easily just with your thumb screw, and you could adjust the height just with your thumb, just sliding up and down. So I like that this is pretty, the case is pretty much toolless to adjust. So I'm definitely going to get the riser cable and then have this GPU mounted vertically, because this GPU is just crazy. It's like the beast, the best GPU you can get. Just wanted to do a quick update. I actually did vertically mount it, and you're going to see the vertical mount and all that stuff in the next video, but just wanted to show you how it looks like when it's vertically mounted. So almost forgot to mention that the case comes with this, and this is where those fans were. This plate was there, and this lights up, so it shows Republic of Gamers and cool colors and stuff. But I decided to remove it because just to have the GPU fans there, and have those fans here, so just more cooling instead of having just some RGB lights that look cool. I think it's better to have more cooling features with fans and stuff. So, but it does come with this if you want to have some nice kind of aesthetics, with the Republic of Gamer lights in the case. So it comes with that. So the motherboard I went with is the AMD Ryzen X870E. So this thing is just, there's too much to get involved with this thing. I can make a whole entire video. That'd be like an hour long. This thing has two LANs. It has a 10G and a 5G. This is a Wi-Fi 7. They're smart buttons if you want to go into your BIOS. This is able to have support up to 256 gigabytes. I have 128 right now installed, and it's super fast. Okay. It also comes with a fan controller here, a fan controller box, and they also give you M2 expander with a fan here, so you could easily add two fans here. Two M2s right here. Just slide them out. So you have enough. There's actually, I think there's three or four, I forgot how many there, but you have an expander of extra two. So I mean, I don't even need it, but it comes with it, which is awesome. It's just you can also control lighting, of course. You can control the display if you want to show the CPU core, if you want to see the temps, your voltage. I mean, you could pretty much customize this any way you like. So I just show you quick live how you could just easily change the display to different types of styles. as you can see. So I'm just clicking now, you can see instantly change. And if you don't want to see any kind of input, you know, like your CPU or your pumps and system fans and all that stuff, you could easily change the display to have like these cool animations that they have here. So and they look really cool. I like this one here because it's like a cool triangle. You could choose like a system clock if you want, like this. I mean, you could even set this like I have a music display. So if you have any music going on, there's like an equalizer here. So that's pretty cool. And you can also upload your own files as well. So just awesome customization for the motherboard. So you could control, of course, and have everything synced up with the motherboard and your RAM. So for example, if you want to have just a steady color, you could just easily just set up to any color and just have it, whatever, have it set to like blue. You could have it like have a wave like this. I'm just cycling through different, you know, settings. So you have wave, you have flashing, there's all kinds of cool settings for this. So you know, it's pretty much unlimited possibilities with this motherboard. This is a motherboard that I highly recommend. It is just, it can handle so much, and there is so much expandability with this motherboard. It's just crazy. So the CPU cooler I got was a liquid cooled one from ASUS, the ROG RYUJIN III 360 ARGB Extreme. So this has three 120 millimeter fans. I have them on top, and they all magnetically linked, which is awesome. This also has, of course, you can see the 3.5-inch color LCD display. So you could have it display pretty much any and everything you want. There's different types of layouts. I'm just going to go through a couple really quickly so you could see them. And you could just pretty much adjust this on the fly right from the controller. If you could also set time here. So if you want to have like show your times, there's different layouts for the time here. Or you can have the animated one, or you could add your own image. If you have your like your family picture, you could put that there. You could have something cool like this, some kind of flashy stuff. Or they have these all pretty much preloaded and built in to the controller. So I mean, they're really cool. I definitely like the aesthetics, you know, because it just looks awesome on your, you know, on your PC. But as far as cooling goes, this is just an unbelievable cooler, and the fans also aren't that loud as well. So definitely recommend this CPU cooler. So the power supply I got is ASUS ROG Thor 1600 watt titanium 3. Now this one has 80 plus titanium certified, and this has intelligent voltage stabilization. What's great is that this is the new edition that the OLED is actually magnetic and removable. So if you're mounting this on a different rig and you have maybe it's on the opposite end, you can actually swap this on the opposite side. So both sides are pretty much the same, and you could swap the screen here, and of course it displays the watts here. I mean, this is overkill having 1600 watts. You don't need something like this. As you can see, I'm only using 162. This comes in 750 all the way up to 1600, but it's good to, you know, future proof your system. You don't have to do this. This is a little overkill, but whatever. You can of course adjust the colors. Just a great modular, you know, power supply. Definitely one I recommend for sure. So the GPU I got is the ASUS NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090 Astral LC overclocked liquid cooled 32 gigabytes GDDR7. Okay, so this has a full cold coverage plate here. Obviously you can't see it because it's enclosed, but it is super cool in there, to the point where I actually have to manually put on the fans because you know, this has a smart setting on, and it doesn't even turn on because it's so cool. So, but I just actually turn on the fan so you can see how they look like. As far as cooling goes, I mean, this is, you know, pretty much top of the line. You can't get anything better than this, especially if you're somewhere overclocking your, you know, your PC. It's a no-brainer to get this. It's very expensive though. This pretty much took up half my build, but it's definitely well worth the price because it is just an excellent graphics card. Of course, you could, you know, adjust this how you like with the colors and all that. I mean, but just the cooling factor is just it's a must. You know, it's if you're someone serious into gaming or like, you know, 3D rendering and editing stuff like that, I mean, you have to get this. By far the best GPU, you know, cooler in the world, right? So I definitely recommend that. So as far as the processor, I went with the AMD Ryzen 9 9950X 3D. So this is a 16 core processor. The base clock is at 4.3 gigahertz, but you could actually max boost this to 5.7. Pretty much if you're someone who is into gaming or content creation, it doesn't matter. This is a must-have for those purposes, whether you're gaming or you're someone who is making, content. Definitely a fast processor, pretty much the top of the line you get on the market today. So definitely recommend this processor. As RAM, I got the G.SKILL Trident Z5 Neo RGB series, the DDR5. So I got 2 sticks of the 64 gigabytes, so that's 128, and just great for, of course, having multiple loads at once, multiple applications at once, very fast, and also just cool RGB lights. Again, you could customize that to whatever colors you like. Definitely recommend these. Super fast RAM. SSD I got is the Samsung 9100 Pro. So this is an 8 terabyte, and this is just unbelievable. As far as the read speed, you have up to 14,800 megabits per second, and the write speeds up to 13,400 megabits per second. So a no-brainer if you're looking for a real good SSD. This is pretty much the best you could get. Definitely recommend this one. And as far as software, I went with the ESA Home Security Premium, Microsoft Office Home and Business, and Windows 11 Pro. So overall, just an amazing PC. I'll leave all the links in the description and pin comment for all the parts. If it's in your budget, I recommend you get everything. This is just an unbelievably fast, unbelievably cool, an unbelievably upgradable PC build that will last a lifetime. This is just the Lamborghinis of PCs, and definitely want to recommend, highly recommend this setup. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And also like the video. If you want the product shown, just click the link in the description.